The subject at hand is winter growing, because there is no safer food than the food that you grow or that is grown by people you know. I guess somebody could come up with some evidence that could convince me that's not true, but boy, I can't imagine it. I'll grant that everything is got another side, but I can't really imagine it. What's fun is not only is that food the safest, most nutritional food, but winter-grown food will blow you away. When you have your own homegrown salad, your own homegrown carrots, beets, rutabagas, Brussels sprouts, way to eat them homegrown. And I actually worked at the Highland Lake Inn. We grew Brussels sprouts. There was this really good chef, and he was real enthusiastic about garden vegetables, and I said, I'm bringing the Brussels sprouts up tonight. And I was like, Carl, wait till you taste these. Got back in later in the night and said, how'd the Brussels sprouts go? He's like, man, I had no idea. I couldn't believe how good those were. You got more? It'll turn you around. They're just night and day. Everybody agrees with that, right? The store-bought, yeah, I mean, store-bought Brussels sprouts. Farmer's market bought Brussels sprouts, probably a different story. Probably a very different story. But the ones that have spent how many months in I don't know. I don't even want to speculate on why they taste like they do, but we all do, If you haven't seen it yet, it will amaze you. The first time I saw it, I thought, well, there goes the salad for this year. Get out there on a cold morning, popsicles, every last thing, frozen salad. Take the cover off, oh, well, they're done, I'll clean it out, and so some more, I'll try and get going again. Come back, 45 minutes later, the sun's been shining on it, everything's green and wonderful and growing. They can freeze salad and not be damaged if you give them the protection they need so they don't freeze too quickly. That's the key. If it's, like the flyer said, if it's quarter hardy, you can grow it all winter. What you have to do is ensure they get to chill out slowly. And as they're getting that message that's getting cold, the plant, being brilliant, like all of nature is, right, moves the water from its cells. It gets its cells really dry. And if the cells are really dry, they can't rupture when they freeze, right? The serendipitous outcome of this are actually maybe the wonderful design of it. We're not going to discuss that today, right? But for whatever reason, the result of them moving the water out of their cells is got to go somewhere. It's in the intercellular spaces surrounding the cells. What happens when it freezes? It's an igloo. And lo and behold, when water freezes, it gives off energy. So everything is designed wonderfully, because that's how nature works, to protect those cells. So they can go, doesn't matter, as long as they freeze above, 10 below, whatever, it doesn't matter. The damage is done in the rupturing, and the plant protects itself from the rupturing.
Is it true that sugars are also an antifreeze?
Yeah, it certainly is. Sugars and minerals, right? I mean, you've probably all seen it, right? Stick something in the freezer like soup or something, it's not going to freeze near as fast as, it's got the sugars and the minerals and stuff in it. It'll take a deeper temperature for it, a colder temperature for it to freeze. It'll stay frozen longer. That's a trick for farmers markets. Take bottles of water, put salt in them, and freeze them. Take longer to freeze, but stay colder longer. And so that's what happens in those situations. The combination is why we can grow anything that's half hardy all winter. That's a pretty exciting concept, isn't it? I mean, let's think of the families that have some hardiness, right? Soul Nation, no, no hardiness, gone. But the mint family, fair amount of hardiness, not basil, but plenty of other herbs like marjoram, oregano, all of those in the mint family, they're all at least quarter hardy, if not hardy. You can grow those and get them to be productive in the wintertime with protection. Okay? All right, next family. Let's look at the umbellifera family as it used to be known, called umbellifera because the flowers look like umbrellas, kind of. Carrots, cilantro, parsnip, everything in that family. Quite a wonderful family of herbs that we all love, right? And then carrots and parsnips and things like that. Quite hardy. Could still be frost damaged, but with protection, no damage at all. Big family, loads of good stuff in here. Celery. Celery is one of my sleepers, folks. It's too late this year for you to start it. I'll show you what we got started though. You need to get on the ground. I mean, like, why aren't we on the ground? But one year, I started a bunch of celery, and I don't know about you, but I'd probably never make it as a big-time commercial grower. I have way too on my old employer at Higher Lane called sentiment in how I grow. I can't kill plants very easy. So I had like 4 or 5 celeries, and I just couldn't find a place for them. Stepped them up in the 3-inch pots, and oh, well, they don't find a place for them. It was September, early September. I looked at them. I was sticking them in the ground. I thought, well, they're half hardy. Let's see what they do. So they're nice big plants. Put them in the ground in early September. By Thanksgiving, I had celery that didn't fail to blow away whoever tasted it. And I mean, you get a stalk of celery, usually takes you at least a few minutes to eat, right? A fair amount of chewing in a stalk of celery, right? I've had people just taste it, I look away, because for some reason, and I don't know why, I haven't figured this out yet, less fiber. Or maybe it's because it's in the greenhouse, but less fiber, so less chewing, juicy and sweet. Plus full celery flavor. I mean, I just had everybody going, what variety is this? I said, I don't think it's the variety. It's that grown same variety in summer. I think it's the conditions. The variety, by the way, was Ventura. And that is, I think, for our area, the best celery to grow. I've had the best results from it. It's not always available, but it is open-pollinated, so you can save your own seed. It's just, I had maybe 4 plants, and I shepherded those plants through the winter, including just to have more to sell when I went to market, taking 4 or 5 or 6 stalks to market and selling them for 75 cents each. And having people buy them, eat one immediately, and come back and get another one. And how did I sell them? I think with taste. I didn't have enough. I mean, I could have cleaned up on them if I had enough. You know, they were that good. So, all right. So that's the Apiaceae family, as it's known now. It used to be the Umbellifera carrot family. All right, that's a big family. We can sit here probably and think of things that are in that family for quite a while. All right, the next one is huge. The broccoli cabbage family. I mean, you name it. Big grows in the wintertime, we probably want it in that family, right? Arugula, tatsoi, mizuna, all the salad mustards, right? Pak choy, Chinese cabbage, bok choy, daikon, all the other radishes. Watermelon radish? How many people here have had watermelon radish? What do you think of it? Pretty darn good, isn't it? Yeah. Watermelon radish is another one of those that kind of just like turn my head around. Kind of introduced it to this area. I went to a conference in California and discovered it there. And it's just, chefs love it. Rows are rose and white mottled on the inside and light green on the outside. Yeah, I haven't grown on this big recently, but I have ever grown one. I can show you pictures. Ones that are the size of a large one. You can get that big, and yeah.
That's the same thing as Masato Rose?
Yes, it's Masato Rose, red meat, watermelon radish. There's lots of names for a lot of things like this. Yeah. You want to get them in the cold. You definitely don't want to harvest them in warm weather. Yeah, if you got them ready, let's say now, they're not going anywhere until sometime after solstice as far as bolting. Just let them sit there and get deeply cold.
Okay.
Then come back to it, and I think you'll go, oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's a little bit of heat, but it's fun. It's not like, you know, frankly, I'm not a big fan of those radishes that grow in the summer. It's like, yeah, you can grow them, but boy, they're too hot for me. They give me indigestion. I don't know. You know. But these, they rock. You know, and chefs. I mean, I actually had a chef yell at me once because they weren't using them up enough, and I had to get his underlings to use them, grate them in, and put them in the dishes and grate them. And he said, "How dare you have them waste them?" Because he wanted to make art with everyone. They were so pretty. He could make these stripped ribbons and make art with them. It's like, waste them, I still have 500 pounds on the ground. You know, they're going to bolt. You know, will you please use them? But he couldn't because they're so, you know, he just couldn't get past the chef value of it, you know. They're that good. They're pretty spectacular. Other things in that family, kale, collards, turnips. I just read that turnips are one of the, I think it might be the highest concentration of folate that you can get in greens, which of course is very important for our nutrition, especially for pregnant mothers. And there's baby white turnips. How many people have had baby white turnips in winter grown? Pretty revelatory, aren't they? You guys are in for a treat. You gotta get your seed as quick as you can, get it in the ground, and then don't stop sowing them. Sow them every like two weeks or so. You can grow these guys. We'll walk out and see. You can grow these guys so that if there was like a turnip there, 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 like turnips jammed right next to each other all the way up and down my fingers, there'll be ones growing on top of those in between. And they'll all, if you harvest carefully, make turnips. They can't be overcrowded. You pick them someplace between large marble and ping pong ball size. They'll actually have now turned Burnsville on to grow them, and they grow them full size like purple tops and like more than purple ones. If you pick them in the smaller size, salad turnips, don't cook them. Don't cook them, it's a waste. I had to get creative with how when they get chef because they wanted to cook them because they love to leave the top on it and show off that they have the top still and it's good enough to be attached. I finally convinced them to take them and dump the tops in while holding the radishes. I mean, not the radishes, the turnips and blanching them and then drape them around the plate. Because if you don't cook them, they have this buttery texture and this sweet taste. It's almost fruity, don't you think?
I don't remember, but I remember the buttery taste.
Buttery texture,
Yeah,
sweet,
texture rather, yeah.
sweet and just amazing. Incredible. The one that you find in the catalogs is Hukari. I think that's how you say it. H-U-K-E-R-I-D, I think. Might be another U in there, K-U-R-E-I. I think that's how it is. I don't buy it. It's really expensive. Also, Bedco's. My two favorite seed companies, by the way, there aren't here. Johnny Selected Seed and Bedco Seeds. Excellent companies. One other one to know for winter gardening, Territorial. Territorial actually has a winter gardening catalog. If you buy from them, they will send you a winter gardening catalog. Don't buy from them for a few years like I haven't, and they'll stop sending it to you, so you have to buy from them once in a while. But Bedco has another one of those baby white turnips called Oasis. And it's pretty much interchangeable with the Hukari or Curie or whatever it is. What I buy, and I get it from Troy's Greenhouse in Burnsville, I got them on here, and he'll mail it to you. If you buy enough to make it worth it, a few dollars for it anyways, is White Lady. The only catalog I've seen it in is Stokes, and oftentimes it's treated. My friend Wade, who runs Troy's Greenhouse, really knows the seed company. He managed to get his representative for that company, called the company up, and they took the White Lady that we got off the line before they turned the voice around. So we were able to get untreated seed, even though it's usually not available. And I think that's even gone up, but it's still always significantly cheaper than the other seed. And you want a bunch of this because you want to just keep sowing and sowing. I literally shared a pound with Wade like 3 or 4 years ago, and just keep it in the fridge and it's still top of mind. So a half pound, and half pound last year a long time ago, I know you can buy a half pound. But you might want to buy a few ounces, and that'll cost you, unless you're buying from Troy's. Even there, you'll be spending $15 or something. You're going to like it so much, and you're just going to be able to see them, they're going to come out like that. And of course, the greens are wonderful too. So you have these turnips. How many people like turnips? Okay, those of you don't, I understand. Wait till you try these. And by the way, even the purple tops grown in your home garden and then grilled. Revelatory. Absolutely revelatory. Grill a turnip, especially if you grate it, grill it with one of those kind of things that lets you cook it evenly and quick so you don't overcook it. A key to capturing the winter flavor in a lot of these vegetables is watching your cooking, letting the flavor stay there. Lots of winter vegetables get a bad rep because we overcook them. So taste them and try them in various stages. I don't know if you've ever eaten at Earth Fair, but they kind of teach you that with the kale. That kale still shows its structure because they want it to be pretty. Again, it's very tasty. There's some chewing to it, but it's actually quite tasty. And if you were at home, you would never, leave it that, barely cooked. But actually, it works quite well. Okay, so the brassica family. What have I left out? Radishes, broccoli rabe. How many people know broccoli rabe? And do you like it? Who hates broccoli rabe? All right. Broccoli rabe is one of my favorite vegetables. Particularly love it with pasta. I like to say that broccoli rabe is for people who like vegetables because it's a strong flavor and it stands up really well with pasta. I mean, it's got all the energy. Now, pasta can really be a flavor sink. Broccoli rabe, no way. Just some broccoli rabe, just a little bit of some herb, some garlic, some good olive oil, properly cooked pasta, a little bit of Parmesan. Am I making you hungry?
No, I just realized that we should be in a cooking class with you.
We're going to do it in November.
All
We're going to do a cooking class in November.
right.
We're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate the harvest. Talk about how to preserve it. I'm hoping to get a surprise guest chef. Yes.
Wow.
You are making me hungry.
That's good. We got some homegrown butternut squash salad coming up at 6 o'clock. So, and we should find some things to taste out there too. Okay, it's not my plan, but all right, and I should go on. But I want to get you enthusiastic about these vegetables and get you to get on it. Broccoli rabe, get it in the ground next week.
Seed. We're
Seed.
not talking about starch, we're talking about seeds.
You can do seed, absolutely, it'll be fine. It's a 35, 40-day plant. You couldn't do it if you couldn't protect from hard freeze. You guys are empowered now. You own the winter vegetable world. By the time you leave here, you're going to be able to grow any of these things straight through the winter. You're going to get many cuttings. The downside we're having with broccoli family things is a rot, and I have been negligent in finding out what it is. So at a certain point with enough freezing, even though they don't get significant damage, the slightest damage in this rot sets in, and then we have to kind of give up on it. With any luck, you will not get that for a while. We had years of growing broccoli and broccoli family type things, flower heads, in our winter greenhouses and outside before that showed up. But that comes with the territory, right? I mean, how many people have had their first garden be like disease and insect free? Isn't that pretty common?
Yeah.
No, but it does happen. I mean, you know, like, oh, I don't have any bugs. I don't have any diseases. It's just like, you haven't found me yet. You enjoy it? And then boom, they show up, you know? It literally happens that way, and the longer you grow, the more they show up. That just, and then you just learn to work. It's just another class. It's just being able to deal with it. It all can be dealt with. Usually, anyways. Anyway, Rock, yes.
I was just going to ask, you were talking about resowing like every 2 weeks or whatever. Is that was just with turnips or
No, actually,
everything?
Lettuce, arugula, all those things. You might decide, okay, that's a little much. You might go to 3, but 2 will give you a good start. You know, and yeah, you might go, well, how can I put that all in? You just have to be creative. You know, you just look like, okay, I'm harvesting radishes out of this bed. Just go ahead and oversow with arugula or with lettuce. Lettuce would be better because lettuce is not in the same family. And when you pull the radish, you're going to damage some. You're going to definitely damage some lettuce. You know what? Who cares? Plenty of it are going to live. You know? So that's, I mean, how many people here are growing on a large scale, like at least a half acre? I expected that. You all probably just are going to have the space to do it without having to use the tricks like I'm going to talk about. But the rest of you are going to have to figure out how to get enough space to grow winter food and still at least have, I'd say you want at least a third of your garden you can cover crops in the winter. If you're trying to build your soil and not have to keep hauling in and hauling in. Good news is you can eat one of the cover crops. It's a great winter green, and that's pea shoots. Pea shoots. You pick the tip of the pea down to the first big leaf that wraps the stem. So it looks like this, right? You see this little bit of leaf coming behind it. There's other leaves that come out from the stem above that. They're all fine. But if you go below that big leaf that wraps the stem, it'll be tough. And that tells you where to get it. You know, I know restaurants that don't even pay attention to that. They just cut them at a certain height and give them people and let them chew. So if you don't mind chewing, you pay enough money for something, you'll chew it, right? But if you're trying to be really acing it, then you get it down to just below that one big leaf. You can actually eat your pea shoots. Now, if you eat too many, you might start robbing it of your soil. But they take a little bit of time to fix, so you probably won't eat too many. And that's just the Austrian winter pea makes a fine pea shoot. My favorite pea shoot is Holanda. And on the handout here, you'll see that I mentioned an article. I think I actually mentioned it twice. I have no problem when I write against it. It's a mistake. It's an article I wrote for Mother Earth News. And that article was called Grow Year-Round Salads, I think. It actually talks about growing salads, but they turned it that way. Yeah. And I thought you were raising your hand. Holanda. And you'll find that what I'm going to recommend is you go online and look up this article, because loads of the detail I'm giving you right now, not all the making you hungry descriptions. There's not enough room in a magazine article for that. But a lot of the information that I'm giving you is also in that article. That's why can't do a handout. Is there anybody that doesn't have computer access? So you can all go online and read that and we can save some paper. But anyways, when they were vetting that article, Mother News does the best job I know of vetting their articles. I'm really impressed with them for that. The editor said, hold on now, let me look it up in cornucopia, which is this listing of all food plants. She looked it up and lo and behold, Ho Lan Dao, as it was written in the Stowe Seed Catalog, is a little different from the phonetic version that was in the Chinese listing for Ho Lan Dao. But in Chinese, a phonetic version of Ho Lan Dao, different letters with the same sounds, means pea shoot. So that is the pea they grow for pea shoots in China. And unlike the Austrian winter pea, which you can get pea pods from and get cover crop seed, you can eat the Ho Lan Dao peas. You can grow them year-round. They'll be up to 10 days in the summertime. They're going to be building some nitrogen in your soil. And whenever you happen to let them make peas, they make really big, fat, like a mammoth melting kind of pea, not really a sugar snack, but a Chinese kind of pea, like a snow pea, but still kind of crispy. Really a wonderful pea. Yeah, it's a great plant. I highly recommend it. And indeed, I've not been successful in growing peas through the winter. When the flowers freeze, they don't come back. So I only grow pea shoots, but I get plenty of pea flavor from them. So, okay, if you're going to have a third of your garden in cover crop, right, then you also want to have some space for vegetables. You're going to have crops that are finishing. Part of what winter gardening is, and you get this a lot from one of the things I probably recommend here, but maybe I forgot to recommend it. Elliot Coleman, Four Season Harvest. People know that one? Excellent book, loads of good information. He also has one called Farming the Backside of the Calendar. And it all came up with that information. I think I was actually a little bit ahead of it. He went from telling you to make these cold frames and then cover them with a plastic tunnel. And I'd already figured out with my former grower, Ruth Straight, that you can actually just make a plastic tunnel and put a floating row cover underneath. It's a lot easier. And so I think he's probably revised that book. If you get one of the older ones and you're probably going to make cold frames, plastic tunnels over, don't do it. Just make a plastic tunnel and use fabric underneath. It's a whole lot easier. He makes the point that you can grow tons of vegetables. And actually I've learned, because I gave a presentation to somebody who knew him, that this is what he does because he likes to play ice hockey all winter. He doesn't do a whole lot of growing in winter. In fact, he tells you the plants stop growing on the 10th of December and don't start again until the middle of February. And I was giving a presentation to this guy, Steve Moore, who knows him and had been up there. And I said, you know, that may be true up there, but it's not true down here. I planted something on the 10th of December, and it was ready to eat by February. So it couldn't be not growing, or it wouldn't be ready to eat. He said, oh, Pat, that's because he doesn't like to take his covers off all. He doesn't take the row cover off all winter. He plays ice hockey instead. So he just basically gets stuff to size and keeps it from freezing, and then goes in and harvests it. I'm going to tell you why you don't want to do that on harvest day anyways. So I don't forget, I'm going to cover it right now. Plants, remember I said they store nutrients when they can't use them? The downside of that is one of the things they store when they don't have enough light, like on cloudy days, right, or very, very cold days when they can't actually do the process of photosynthesis and move that stuff through their cells and use it. They store nitrogen, right? They store nitrogen in their cells, in their leaves, and then when you eat them, your body converts it to nitrates. Nitrates, of course, can result in byproducts that are carcinogenic. So harvest your winter-grown greens on any sunny day. You know it's going to be cloudy for a few days, cut a whole bunch. I'm going to flat out confess, I've had events or company coming or whatever where I didn't do that because I didn't have enough greens and none of us died. But I would not do that regularly. You wouldn't want that insult to your body or all that extra nitrogen. So harvest at the end of a sunny day.